Have you ever wanted to build a seriously powerful e-bike but thought it's just too complicated and too expensive? Well, today's the day I'm going to show you guys everything you need to know to turn your bike into an absolute beast. We have got a normal mountain bike with us today, 72 volt e-bike kit, 3000 watt wheel. We're going to build a 4000 watt beast, and I'm going to show you everything you need to do. And not only that, we are going to be doing a super clean install. I absolutely hate it when you see these e-bike conversions with big ugly Velcro straps. We're going to be trying something new today to try and make it as clean as possible. So the kit we're using today is from KIRBEBIKE. This is their 72 volt 4000 watt kit. You can get this in various different wheel sizes. An important thing I will point out is this 4000 watt kit is on a much bigger 3000 watt rated wheel. We can run it at 4000 watts safely, that's absolutely fine. You can get this wheel in a single speed and 7-speed freewheel. If you get the 7-speed, fitment will be much harder because the dropout size is wider, and I think it's about an extra 10 or so mil wide, which can give you all kinds of problems with brake fitment, caliper not lining up. So we're actually going to use the single speed on this conversion. I just wanted to show you the 7-speed. You're not really going to need all the gears with the amount of power this thing's running, so I think run it on single speed, or maybe having the, I think it's got 2-speed up front on the bottom bracket. So we'll probably be just running 2-speed up front and single speed on the rear on this one. This is the bike we're going to be using today. Pretty sick looking colour. It's like a chrome finish, and it's a Scott Aspect 950 in a size large frame. So we're going to be getting rid of all the gears on the back, probably keeping the 2 on the front. And we're going to do the cleanest install possible. Got these little battery mounts, this little metal one here, and I'm going to see if there's a way I can install this without having any straps or cable ties over the frame, because I think it makes it look really tacky and DIY when you do that, even though this is DIY. Right, we're going to be using this battery rail system today. I've never done this before. The batteries that come with the 52 volt 30 amp hour, the 60 volt and the 72 volt on KIRBEBIKE is a huge battery, and it needs to be supported, you know, really well. But the way we do it currently is not, I've got to admit, it isn't the most aesthetically pleasing way of doing things. So I'm going to try this battery rail today to see whether I can get some cable ties under the rails. It's like the first time I've ever tried this. Is new territory, but if this works, I think it's going to be really good. But for me, it's not just about having quality e-bike kits, it's quality of fitment, and it's got to look aesthetically clean and pleasing to the eye. And I'm going to be showing you everything you need to know today to turn your bike or any bike into a 72 volt beast as easy as possible, as clean as possible. And we're going to be showing you how fast it is at the end. So put the kettle on and let's begin. Guys, the bike that we're building today is going to go up for raffle. That means one of you lucky subscribers is going to get a chance to win this bike for like literally £2 for an entry. And there's no minimum entrance, so if this bike sells for like 20 quid in ticket sales, then someone's still going to win it. I've given away 8 other e-bikes now, and it's really good odds. Someone is going to be absolutely over the moon. So check out the link in the video description and up on the screen now. And I look forward to seeing one of my lucky subscribers soon. Back to the video. Right guys, I bought these metal battery rails from China. I'm going to see if I can get these on a KIRBEBIKE store. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to loosely cable tie all of these in place. I've got here on the floor, I've got the controller, massive 60 amp controller and huge 72 volt battery. I don't want to get this on the frame in a way that I don't have cable ties eventually around the frame. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but we'll find out today. So what I'm going to do now is loosely cable tie everything where I want it to go, because what I'm going to have to do, it's only got 2 holes in the frame here with a thread, 2 here. And I want to mark, that's why I put masking tape on the frame. I want to put some extra holes in to secure these better, and probably in a higher location, because I believe this battery probably fits around this area of the frame. It's all trial and error, but we're just going to get everything in place and see whether this can work. See if there's enough room in this frame triangle as well to get everything. So without any further ado, let's crack on and see whether it all fits. So we've got 2 holes already down here, but I'd like to put more up there. That's about where that one's going to go. And again, this one I've got 2 holes here, but I'd like to put another 1 or 2 there. Right, so we've got the 2 battery rails in place temporarily. Now I'm probably going to put the controller on next. It's probably where I'm going to have the controller, about here. See how that's looking. Will we even fit the battery in the space that's left? It fits. So already, I don't know if it's low enough to see this slot. So already you've got the slot underneath this battery rail, which I could test this out now in theory if the battery doesn't fall. And strap it down like this instead of around the frame. The only issue is the only other slot is right down the bottom. So maybe I can get one from here to here. But I don't know whether to file out a bit of the metal rail here. I'm going to mark the area in case I want to cut a little bit out of this rail with an angle grinder or a file. So what I've done is added a little bit of masking tape to the rail, because we need to create a little slot on here. Try and make one with an angle grinder. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but we'll give it a go. And also I've put 2 bolts in each rail, and then the slot that's left I'm going to mark with a pen, because this is where we're going to create new holes to make this super secure. So we're going to remove the rails now. I'm going to try and make a new slot. I'm not sure how yet, maybe an angle grinder might be the quickest way. We're going to drill the frame and stick a couple of riv nuts in there. Right guys, this is the bottom battery rail, and as you can see underneath you've got a little cutout slot here, one here. This is where I want to put the cable ties under to clamp the battery down, but we need another one. Right, so we've got the mark here and we've got the mark here. No idea whatsoever if this is going to work. Remember guys, safety as always, professional safety goggles. Never grind stuff near really expensive, highly explosive batteries. I am a genius. Not sure if that's enough. I don't want to go too far because you can always take more away, but you can never add back. So yeah, I think it'll be all right. We'll find out. All I need to do is get 1 cable tie, or 2 or 3, pull tight behind that, the same as these slots, and I think we'll be good. So let's put some holes in this brand new bike frame. Cool. Now we have 6 riv nuts to hold this battery and controller in with. So the idea is we secure everything behind the rail. So we're not going to have any cable ties coming round the frame. It looks ugly. I like to be able to see the whole frame, the colour of the bike. Fingers crossed this works. Right, little update guys. I've got both the rails on. I've stuck some cable ties on this controller. I haven't gone crazy because I'm going to cable tie the battery over the controller as well anyway. So I'm just going to chuck it all together now. The only way we're going to find out if this actually works is to throw it all together, throw some cable ties around it and see whether it's going to do the job. Let's go. The battery's in. I cannot believe it. I've got to be honest, when I first started putting a few cable ties in, the battery was wobbling all over the place. But now I've got as many cable ties as I have now. This battery is absolutely solid. I've got 0 cable ties over the frame and I'm really happy with how it come out. Next we needed to build up the hub motor ready to fit to the bike. I fitted the tyre and inner tube and the brake disc that come off the mountain bike. Notice we had plenty of space in the dropouts when using a single speed freewheel, but the brake caliper was far too close to the hub motor, so I had no choice but to fit brake spacers behind the brake rotor. After a little bit of faffing around, I realised that I needed a total of 7mm of spacers to get the perfect brake alignment. I also had to purchase some 15mm longer M5 bolts to replace the standard 10mm M5 bolts due to the spacers we had fitted. Next I fitted the full twist throttle, display and power buttons to the handlebars, and then it was just a case of connecting up all the cables to the controller. I started off with the phase and hall sensor motor cables, then the display. The throttle had 2 plugs on it due to the ignition key, and the bike wouldn't work without this being plugged in. And it was a case of just tidying everything up, and now the bike is finally ready to fire up. Right guys, the bike is now 100% finished. Let's go check it out. All-star, you don't missing my shot. In the game now, never losing my spot. Came from the bottom, got my eyes on the top. MVP, all-star, that's me. Sit back, watch me ball out. When I step in, bring the stars out. In my own pace, won't stall out. Made it to the top, now they all shout. Right guys, this bike is 100% finished now, and I'm really happy about it come out, especially the battery fitment. I've got no cable ties, no straps over the frame whatsoever. I had a bit of a nightmare and a faff with the chain because it's got a BMX style single speed freewheel. Had to fit a chain tensioner and faff around a little bit, but that's all sorted now. Battery fitment, that's a big one on this kit. I've been using these batteries a while and I've never seen someone fit one without any cables or straps or ugly battery bags over the frame. Yeah, I like it. It's not perfect, but it looks way better than all previous methods of having straps and cable ties everywhere. So that was the main thing on this build. I wanted to try something different, find a way to make these newer 60 and 72 volt batteries, and the 52 volt 30 amp hour comes in the same size box. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. But anyway, I say it's time to get this thing out and see how fast it is. The last time I did the 72 volt 4000 watts was on a fat tyre bike, so I'm curious to see how fast it performs on a 29er mountain bike with the skinnier wheels. And yeah, without any further ado, let's get out and test ride this bike. Let's go. I say we don't fuck around and we just find out how fast this 72 volt 4000 watt e-bike does. Let's go. Rolling on the power, 6 miles an hour. I'm not doing 41 already, I promise. Oh, bit of speed wobble. Wobbling all over the shop. 55. 61.3, 62.4. Oh my God, rolling off the power. Yeah, I think that's fast enough. Wow. I mean, obviously that was 15.5 and special video effects. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Let's see how well it goes up the big hill as well now. Full power. Oh fuck. 38 mile an hour. 40, straight past a bloody police car at 40 mile an hour uphill. Never a good thing on an e-bike. Right guys, let's find out if this bike is any good at going up massive hills. Let's go. I'm not going to get a run up at all. No run up. I'm just going to send it from here on this ridiculous hill. No grip. Go. I died. That was a kind of fail really, because it's basically the black route of a mountain bike park, and I took a DIY e-bike up with a 6 kilogram 72 volt battery held on by plastic cable ties and crashed. So we're going to go with a bumpy but slightly less extreme black route hill, and we're going to just send it the whole way up to the top of this one. Let's go. Power mode 5, this time hopefully no major disasters. And full send, let's go. Way, loads of power. Whoa! My feet come off the pedals and I just crushed my nuts. That was good, wasn't it? Trying to get some drift action going. Right guys, let's talk about the range. Loads of people want to know what range is on the e-bike, and I hate talking about it if I'm completely honest, because much like car manufacturers that put like 70 miles per gallon up, and realistically it ain't going to do that, e-bike manufacturers tend to do the same, and it really depends how you ride it. I would say with a 72 volt 20 amp hour battery with decent cells, you could probably deplete it in 20 miles riding fast on throttle. You might be able to make it last sort of 40, 45, even 50. It really depends how much you use the throttle, how much you weigh, how windy it is. Like, so many factors. And that's honestly the best that I could, advice I could give. You could deplete this thing in 20, 25 miles realistically going hard. Or you could get upwards of 50 miles if you really ride conservatively. As with the KIRBEBIKE brand, I've worked with them for about 3 or 4 years now. Absolutely great quality bits of kit. Always use branded cells. You're not likely to get like a house fire from cheap, nasty battery cells and kits. I would never risk buying a cheap e-bike kit. It's just not worth it. This kit is so smooth and quiet. You just can't hear the motor at all. I would guess that this is a sine wave controller just based on how quiet it is. And it really does shift. It really does. Like, you gotta have throttle on. This thing flies. I won't say how fast we were doing then. It was obviously 15 miles an hour, pedal assist. But yeah, really good bit of kit. I'm not gonna lie, it's not like the smallest of kits. These batteries are huge because they carry a lot of power. I mean, what's this? This is 72 volts, 20 amp hours. So 1440 odd watt hours, I think, if that's right. 720, 740, about 1440 watt hours, I think, if my maths is right. So yeah, decent amount of power, like decent amount of battery range, a lot of speed, probably more than necessary for most people, if I'm honest. But there are people out there that are going to want this amount of power, you know. You're like adrenaline junkies and ex-motorbike riders and that, because this is seriously fast for a bicycle, I'm not going to lie. Last little blip. Ooh. What's going on, guys? Hope you enjoyed watching that video. Don't forget to check out KIRBEBIKE.com. If there's any discount codes, I'll put them up in the video description to buy this 72 volt 4000 watt e-bike kit. It's absolutely insane, very powerful. Don't forget to check out this bike on the Dude Stuff raffles, raffle.com/dudestuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy.